Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Bruno Sousa, head of new markets with Hashdex, to discuss what longer-term sentiment looks like in the crypto space. Bruno, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Thanks, Jill. Pleasure to be here.
All right, you got it. And what does Hashdex see as the structural factors that has led to fallout in the crypto space?
Yeah, there's a lot of interconnection in the crypto space, and we're seeing especially companies involved somewhat in lending, leverage, yield programs. They're all, suffering with the effects back from the Terra Luna days. Everything that happened in April, May, FTX is an effect of that, of course, plus fraud and everything that happened there. But we're seeing some other big players struggling, and rumors going around this week around players that had exposure to FTX in big sizes. So it's that thing. It's a nascent market. People are very connected. In some sense, it looks like 2008 for traditional finance, and hopefully the contagion effects won't be too deep, but they've been extensive.
What type of contagion effect do you think this could potentially have?
Essentially, companies that had too much exposure. First, companies that had too much exposure to FTX. And of course the hit it takes in the balance sheet. After that is companies that were partners in other companies, especially in lending programs and yield programs or in programs that there were several options like that out in the market, and a few centralized players there that if they have liquidity problems, and apparently they're facing liquidity problems, then there's a ripple effect across the industry. Even if a player had a small product around lending or yield programs, that can affect redemptions as a whole from the exchange. So companies that had several things in crypto, those are the ones that we're seeing more exposure and having more problems, because at some point they're all connected to a few big players, right?
Well, how about the industry itself? What does longer term sentiment look like? Is it kind of a holding pattern right now? How do they feel about this longer term?
Yeah, this is a big one. I'd say we've been in the space full time for the last 5 years. That's how old Hashdex is, and I can say this is deeper than other hard moments in crypto, because it reached some big institutionalized players with large investors, with a big client base, including on the institutional side. So the sentiment from crypto, the serious companies and the entrepreneurs, is this is a necessary step, as always, to clean up the market. Hopefully in new cycles, when they do come, regulation will be more advanced. Part of the problem here was lagging regulation in the States and in other places. And what we expect is that it's not rushed now, but people are paying attention to come out with rules that make sense, that really protect investor assets, and not just a for show thing for media saying we want to protect investors and not approving products. That's not the way. It's having proper regulation in place so that players know what they're doing and you have a proper oversight. So hopefully that will come out in the next few months in the States and other places.
And finally, Bruno, where do crypto investors stand in the middle of this, and how should they think about managing their longer term crypto portfolios?
Well, what we always said to investors, crypto is a long-term investment, right? If you have the right size of exposure, meaning that, according to your risk portfolio, your risk profile, your portfolio was well adjusted, you shouldn't be suffering that much. A person that has an allocation of 2, 3, 5%, which is sort of what we recommend not surpassing, should be fine. People that were, of course, with extended positions or leverage, then the problems get a lot deeper, right? So those that had the right exposure, they have to ride out the storm. It's happened before. It will happen again as the market matures, and hopefully for the next cycles, they will be more careful in sizing their positions. If that's that, once again, crypto is long-term. It looks like startup investment. Startups are volatile by nature. So you need time for these projects to mature and come out, and you need to be alive for the next years. That's a lot of crypto investment, right?
All right, Bruno, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you.